What's happening, everybody? It's Sean with reactions to the classics. Today we got a song battle. We got Looking Glass Brandy, You're a Fine Girl, versus Earth, Wind, and Fire, September. Brought to us by a friend, longtime supporter, and patron of the channel, Seals. Thank you, Seals. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the patrons who make this thing go. If you'd like to support us in any way, check out that Patreon link below or the patron link on the end screen. We could not do it without the patrons. If you want to give a one-time donation, one-time reaction, go check out our Buy Me a Coffee page, also linked below. All right, Seals brings fire every single month. He's been a patron for years, always brings great stuff. Highly personal and, touching story here. He says for June, it's June of 2025, whenever I'm filming this, you see me have to think about what year it is. I have a very special battle that I'd like to dedicate to my friend and childhood neighbor, Jenny. She died suddenly of a heart attack 5 years ago this month. We grew up 3 houses down from each other, and she was probably the first person I knew that wasn't a member of my own family. We're also the same age. We ended up going to different grade schools and high schools, basically because I'm Catholic and she wasn't, and I'd kid her about how much better my school was than hers. I was also good friends with her brother, Jeff. Me and my brothers would spend many summers and days off from school playing wiffle ball in their front yard or Nerf basketball in their basement. Those things are just lost, unfortunately, in today's generation. I don't want to sound like the old guy, but man, those were fun. I did both of those things as well with a friend of mine. We'd also listen to records too. In fact, the first time I ever heard We Will Rock You / We Are the Champions of My Sharona was in that basement. Her death shook me and reminds me every day that we aren't promised tomorrow. I'm going to do a battle with her 2 favorite songs. Great and powerful write-up. Let's go to that first one. We got Looking Glass Brandy, You're a Fine Girl, from their self-titled debut album in 1972. They only ended up with 2 albums. They had this album and another album that came out the next year. Seal says it's about a barmaid at a seaport town who all the sailors love. She has a guy she loves, but he loves the sea more than her, and she pines for him. The song was originally a B-side, but it got a lot of airtime in the Baltimore, D.C. area and became a hit. This is how I know this song. I don't know this song. I don't think I've ever heard this song. Maybe I'll think differently once I hear the first few notes of it. But he says Barry Manilow's song Mandy was a cover of another song called Brandy, but he changed it to avoid any confusion with this song. I found it went to number 1 for 1 week in 1972. It's popular throughout culture, most notably in the film Lord of Dogstown and the 2000 version of Charlie's Angels. It was featured prominently in the 2017 film Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, where the song is featured as a focal point in the plot. I won't get into that, but you may know it from that, even if you don't know, you know it from that. And then a little interesting thing, the name Brandy in the next few years catapulted up the list of most of the names most popular with girls because of this song. It was written by Looking Glass lead guitarist and co-vocalist Elliot Lurie. Went to number 10 in Australia and also number 1 in Canada. All right, I'm in the lyrics up as always. Thanks again, Seals.
Western Bay, and it serves 100 ships a day. Lonely sailors pass the time away and talk about their homes. And there's a girl in this harbor town, and she works laying whiskey down. They say, Brandy, fetch another round. She serves them whiskey and wine. The sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Such a fine. Yeah, your eyes could steal a sailor from the sea. Brandy wears a braided chain made of finest silver from the north of Spain. A locket that bears the name of a man that Brandy loved. Came on a summer's day, bringing gifts from far away, but he made it clear he couldn't stay. No harbor was his home. The sailor said, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Such a fine. But my life, my love, and my lady is the sea. His eyes when he told his sailor story. She could feel the ocean fall and rise. She saw its raging glory. down. Brandy walks through a silent town and loves a man who's not around. She still can hear him say, she hears him say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Such a fine but my life, my love and my lady is the sea. Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Such a fine but my life, my love and my lady is the sea.
All right, Brandy, you're a fine girl. Exactly what Seal said it's about. Like, she finds this guy that she loves. He actually brought her a necklace with her name on it from Spain, silver necklace, and she hangs on his every word. But he lets her know, look, my way, you make a fine wife, but the sea, she's my lady, and it's just so well put together. The harmonies, the arrangement. It's just a perfect pop song, right? I could see why this went to number one. I had never heard it. I didn't know initially. I'd never heard it, but really well done. I needed it to be longer. It's only 3 minutes, 7 seconds. I mean, that's part of the beauty of it because you can just spin it over and over, I'm sure. So, yeah, that was really good. Next up, we have Earth, Wind & Fire, September, off the Best of Earth, Wind & Fire, Volume 1 in 1978. Seal says a band which both of us really liked and we talk about a lot. There's no special significance to September 21st in the song. Maurice White just picked that date after trying every other date in the lyrics. He thought the 21st fit best, so he used it. I found it was written by Maurice and Allie Willis. Based on a music sequence developed by guitarist Al McKay. Went to number 1 on the Billboard Hot R&B, number 8 on the US Hot 100, number 3 on the UK Singles Chart. I thought it might have been a bigger hit than that. This song has become a thing, and especially in social media when September rolls around, and sometimes September 21st, but a lot of times just September. Let's check it out. All right, the classic September. I've never looked at the lyrics of this song. I mean, I know this song. It's so catchy. You know, I didn't know that they were actually singing Badia, Badia. Allie Willis, who co-wrote it with Maurice White, was saying how she hated that line because it wasn't anything complete and kept telling him, you can't sing this, because Maurice and Philip Bailey singing it. She's like, you cannot sing this line. It's horrible. And then once they put it all together and laid it down, she's like, oh, wow, that was fantastic. I'm so glad that he didn't listen to me. So, I mean, obviously a fantastic song that most of us, or a lot of us, if you're watching this, probably know. But now I'm going to have to pick a winner. And it's a hard one, right? Because I know the September and I mean Earth, Wind, and Fire are just so good. They're great arrangers, musicians, man. The way it all flows together. I think they're really underrated in the history of music, because there's so many bands out there at the time that were doing a lot of kind of what they were doing. But you know, they kind of took it to the next level and really adapted to the disco era and all that good stuff. And I never heard the Looking Glass song Brandy. I guess familiarity bias is going to make me go with September, although I think Brandy's probably, I don't know, is it a better song? I don't know. I'm going to go with September on that one, but I need to know what you guys think. Let me know below who you think won and why. I'm going to let Seals have the last word on this one because it's a powerful word. He said, I'd like to close this with an inscription that was on the koozies that were given out at Jenny's celebration of life. In loving memory, Jennifer Wynn, December 31st, 1965 to June 7th, 2020. Love lives on. Thank you for that, Seals. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, I will see you.